Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rebellion Muaythai, and this is bout number 6 on the card. This one sponsored by Ladbrokes. 5 by 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Aram Trujillo Diaz and Crew Nat at a Situathon Muay Thai with an official weight of 52.6 kilograms, 6 fights, 4 wins, and fighting out of Sydney in New South Wales, ladies and gentlemen, Soraya Hamami. And across the ring is her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Superboy out of 8 Blade Warriors with an official weight of 53.25 kilograms, 17 fights, 14 wins, 3 losses, 2 coming by way of knockout, fighting out of Altona North, ladies and gentlemen, the Lioness, Joanne La. When the action begins, man in charge, Mr. Wrong. Both fighters can seal the ring.
Here we go for the tail of the tape. We have Joanne La, a hometown favourite, 30 years of age, 17 fights for 14 wins with 2 knockouts. Soraya Hamami in the blue, 35 years of age, 6 fights for 4 wins. Guys, the first all-female fight of the night brought to you on Fox Sports.
And what a fight it is going to be. Joanne, obviously a favourite down here in Melbourne. However, many will recognise Soraya. Although the record is different, she is absolutely no slouch. But perhaps the most commendable thing of Soraya is, about a year ago now, they had their first baby. So she is a mother of one who I believe was probably in the crowd somewhere watching today. May not remember it when he was older, but if you're listening to this 20 years from now, Caden, hello.
Shout out to Caden.
Yeah, and Soraya has been, in the sport for a long time. I met her for the first time maybe 5 or 6 years ago out in Bangkok when I was working at FA Group, a strong clinch and knee gym in the center of Bangkok. I believe she was out there for possibly 2 months or so. A fair amount of crowd support for the Lioness. Always good to see other athletes supporting each other. The world of female athletes in the sport is really exploding.
Yeah.
A lot of opportunities at places like Rebellion.
Okay, 5 rounds, fight, yeah. Okay, you know the rule already. Enjoy the fight and good luck. Okay? Chokdi. Good luck.
So a touch of the gloves, and these two look like they mean absolute business. High hand there from Soraya. A little bit of a feint there. A little bit more of a tiger's crouch, if you will, from Joanne.
And Joanne, when she came out to get into the ring, she was so dainty the way she got into the ring, and yet she's an absolute animal. Lioness, you might say.
And Joanne, obviously known for her punching power. She has incredibly strong punches, especially for someone her weight. And we see that in these first few opening exchanges. We see this first bit of the clinch. She is showing her strength here in the clinch, but the real measure of her upper body strength was in those few big right hands that we saw at the start of the round.
Yeah, excellent face push, though, from Joanne. And we go again into the clinch. Oh, nice right hand from her.
Yeah. Soraya's so tough, though. I mean, just look at the conditioning on both of them.
And it's something, again, it's important to point out, this is 5-round Muay Thai. Beautiful balance there from Joanne as the referee stops in to break him. As we've mentioned earlier, you are allowed 2 steps before you have to throw a technique. Any more than 2 steps is referred to in this sport as plowing.
Plowing.
Yeah, it was made illegal because athletes would grab the leg and just run people out of the ring.
WWE style.
WWE style. Pretty sure my friend Johnson on Fairtex has done that. He's complaining about it when he moved to the West.
I'll tell you what, old commentator will not catch. I'll tell you what, both of these fighters, they are opening up early. This is a 5-round fight, but they're behaving like it's a 3-rounder.
Yeah, it's also really nice to see the women fighting 5 3-minute rounds. A lot of areas are a bit truncated with, rocks. And it might be a
right hand there from Joanne.
Down goes Soraya. She's back on her feet.
Bit surprised the referee didn't give a count there. Definitely has his eyes on Soraya, though. Face push from Joanne.
And for those watching at home, sometimes, obviously in boxing, a drop to the canvas is always automatically an 8 count. However, in Thai boxing, if it's flash, if they get back up straight away, you will often see the referee to continue the pace, to continue the momentum for them to jump back up.
Oh, big 1-2 there from Joanne.
Big shot! There down goes Soraya for the 2nd time. She's definitely going to have to be counted now.
She's wobbly. You can see her corner man, Hiram, a bit concerned.
Yeah.
Her lateral movement, which I pointed out, was a bit wonky.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, saved by the absolute bell there. 2nd time down in the 1st round. Joanne Lara has got to be feeling confident. Here we go to the replay. And there was Joanne trying to get the takedown, didn't quite make it. Left, right. Soraya still coming forward. Soraya initiating. La punishing her for it. Big left hand, big right hand.
Oh, that jab really found its mark. Joanne really started to bite into Soraya.
And you know, I might be mistaken, but I could have sworn that somebody said that Joanne had amazing hands. Into the clinch.
It's definitely not something Soraya wants to hear right now or feel.
No, that's it. Beautiful catch there by Soraya. Tries for the sweep, but doesn't make it. Excellent, excellent defense there from Joanne La. Great balance.
Their hand. She's either trying to clinch or she's overextending on the punches. And Joanne, as we see here, managing to just make the most of it. She's stepping in with a big right hand. She obviously misses a kick there, but no doubt in the rest of these highlights, I'm sure. Oh, and there it is, that big right hand.
And Soraya's eyes nearly went out for the count.
And then Joanne continues on. There's a big right hand. You saw Soraya was off position as well. The angle making it perfect for Joanne to paw in that right hand. And boom!
Crowd are absolutely electric here, screaming for Joanne La. But Soraya is back for more action. Light on her feet, looking recovered.
But is her confidence recovered from that knockdown? Yeah. She hasn't fought in a while, correct?
Correct, yeah. I mean, obviously she did have the baby, so it has been, well, sorry, I stand corrected on myself. She has had one fight, and it was against the current world champion, Kim Townsend. A 2-weight world champion nonetheless. So Soraya has been in there with literally the world's best. So if anyone is ready to withstand these big shots from Joanne, it's Soraya Hamami from the blue corner.
And Soraya is starting to use a bit more lateral movement, but all position for the gunning shots from Joanne.
Now, of course, what you do see happen is that fighters can dump adrenaline when they're dominating, and they can tire themselves out with the excitement of thinking they're about to close this out. Joanne La still looks fresh. She's still bouncing around, but did she get too...
Wobbled, and wobbled on down. But no count given to Soraya. She's getting a lucky judge here.
Yeah, and you've got to be asking why the referee did not count that. He's calling for more action.
And that is not something Soraya wants right now.
No.
You can see she's on wobbly legs, just a bit hesitant to engage, using feints to back up Joanne.
And Joanne doing a great job here. I mean, she's let her out now, but she is cutting Soraya into that corner well. She's using her footwork. She's trapping her in there, and she's finding spaces. She jumps into that right hand. Another right hand to follow. She's got Soraya with her backs to the ropes. Let's see how she takes advantage of this.
But I'll tell you what, Soraya was looking to her corner. She looked desperate, but she settled back down now. If anyone can get through this, if anyone can find a way through, it is Soraya Hamami.
Yeah, I think she's going to need to start utilizing different weapons, maybe elbows, something that's going to surprise Joanne, potentially stop the fight in a different way. Big
There you go, big left, right. Joanne kicks, Superman punch, finds its home. And as you called for it, Matt, you called for a clinch, you called for something different. Soraya went into the clinch, but she didn't have the activity. She didn't have the initiation in that clinch to score anything. And her eyes are just not looking clear. I don't know why she wasn't counted.
And you see perhaps, that as she moves into the clinch, although she's looking to engage the clinch, Joanne is getting the better of her by getting that hand across the face immediately, turning Soraya's position, keeping her open for the knees as we go into the break from the second round.
Here we go to the replay. And there's Joanne leading with the kick. Soraya throwing left, right, trying to find a home, trying to battle her way through the onslaught that is Joanne La.
High teep there from Soraya, but like Kieran was saying, sometimes she's having trouble with her distance.
Yeah.
She's like there with the jabs, and she's sort of pawing at the lion, which is going to get her caught and
there's
scratched.
the cracking right, followed up by another big right. Third right in a row. She hits the canvas on her hands and knees, and yet what is the referee doing? I don't know.
I think he saw that as a slip, especially since Soraya got to her feet so fast and started moving in right away. Like, I actually thought that he would break the engagement and start counting Soraya, but he didn't. I think he might have looked in her eyes and been like, okay, I don't think she's that badly concussed.
Sure, but three unanswered blows in a row. I mean, look, it's easy for me sitting here in the commentator's couch to call what I would do in the heat of the moment. Maybe not, but the fact that he didn't call the first knockdown and that he didn't call the first knockdown of the second round, I'm starting to have question marks, gents.
Well, again, it is a different point of view. Sitting ringside here, we're definitely given a unique position, but it's not the same position as the referee in the ring.
And of course, the referee's completely experienced, knows what he's doing, and is making sure that the safety of the fighters is paramount. Here we go.
A long guard there from Soraya. And I think that's a bit better of a tactic if he's able to utilize that. Just sort of running into some of the attacks from Joanne.
Yeah, I mean, she does have the height advantage, and Joanne does tend to sort of squat down a little bit. It'd be good to see Soraya just picking off from a distance, perhaps, if she has the speed at this late stage in the fight. Maybe she hasn't got the speed to anticipate and to fire off before and land successfully.
And again, it's those exchanges in close where Soraya's throwing her punches, perhaps overextending, and that is when Joanne is really making the most of it. That's where those 8 counts have come from, when Soraya's guard is off, when she's exposed, when she's open, and Joanne's finding a beautiful spot for that right hand. They've just slowed down a little bit. I mean, the beauty of a 2-minute break in between is you can get your wits back about you. It can be bad or it can be good. It looks as though in this occasion, it may have been good for Soraya, but again, we see her fall into that same position in the clinch. Joanne is dominant. She's got the hands across the face. She's scoring well, and she's controlling that position.
Soraya still moving forward. Joanne still firing away. Anyone can take it, we know that.
Oh, nice body kick there from Joanne.
We're now halfway into this fight.
Yeah, those short elbows, I think, were shaking up Soraya. Not really a ton of power, but just bobbling the head around.
Swing and a miss from Joanne La. Action called for from the referee. Beautiful body shot there from La.
Looking though as perhaps maybe those 2 cracking rounds are starting to catch up on Joanne a little bit. She has pulled her foot off. Maybe the instruction was, look, you're 2 rounds up. You need to get your breath back. You need to get a bit of energy. Although it is the 3rd round, and typically we will see boxers in Muay Thai really go for it on the 3rd round, she clearly won the first 2.
Yeah.
Take your foot off, get your energy back. Maybe we coast through this round as we see a slip there from Hamami. 4 and 5. Back on the gas.
But then the risk is, does Hamami get herself back together? Does she recompose? Does she get into her corner at the end of the 3rd round, change her game plan and come back to win?
I'm going to say probably not. I don't think Soraya is going to be able to adjust enough. She's just making a few too many mistakes here. You know, the pawing on the outside.
Yeah.
Nothing really is threatening Joanne.
That's in of round number 3.
We're going to move into the championship rounds.
Outliers, Croatians want to remind everybody, please, no live streaming in the venue. No live streaming in the venue.
Here's some of the replays from that action-packed 3rd round. Nice long knee there from Joanne, who again was controlling the round. You can see how Soraya's game moved around from these shots. There's that pawing action we were talking about. Not really able to get into clinch. Joanne very smart reading it. Doesn't really activate in the clinch, but dominates positionally. Gets that side control, waits for the referee to break. Very fast with her hands. Here's some of these short elbows that, you know, gave me a headache. Hope Kieran has some Tylenol PM. My paracetamol is not doing the job.
All of the action coming to you live from Fox Sports. We'll be heading into the championship rounds 4 and 5 here at Rebellion Muay Thai 26. My name is Nick Mara. I'm here with Kieran Walsh and Matt Lucas. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the action in just a moment.
Round 4.
Here we go to round number 4. Joanne La in the red, Soraya Hamami in the blue. Joanne La landing some fantastic leather.
And Soraya's eyes still looking foggy like a London morning.
That's it. Here we go, the onslaught that is Joanne La, the lioness.
Yeah, she's really trying to get Soraya to see stars.
Other than the 3 of us. Here we go into the corner. The referee will break it. I want to see a little bit more clinching. But anyway, back into the action.
Yeah, it's Joanne back into her crouch with a basic 1-2. Looks like there's a slight cut or abrasion on the nose. Might actually be broken, which could turn the tide here.
That left eye of Soraya, maybe there's a little mouse. I'm not sure. We'll have to get a closer look later on. But, beautiful Superman punch there from Joanne La. I think you're right about the nose there, Matt. Big leather being thrown by Joanne La.
Yeah, the nose is broken of Joanne. She's breathing out her mouth now. And I think Soraya sees it and it's a bit more spirited.
Yeah, that's certainly good. Here we go, left, right.
But good defense there from Soraya and opening up with the elbow. The nose is slightly crooked. Usually when there's that cut on that section of the nose, it looks like it's broken to the left.
And a little bit of blood trickling out of the nose as well. Oh, nicely timed. That looks good for Joanne La.
And although the round is still looking quite even, you would have to say that this is Soraya's best round yet. She's showing some spirit. She's clearly, as you say, she's seen that nose, and that sometimes can be enough to lift a fighter up. It doesn't matter how tired you are. It doesn't matter how fatigued you are. If you smell the blood, if you see the blood, a fighter's instinct is to go after it. And I think that's what we're seeing here in center ring. We're starting to see Soraya push the pace. She's moving forward. She's going forward. She's on the hunt.
Only 45 seconds left.
Yeah, Soraya might smell victory here.
We asked earlier if she could turn it around.
Big right hand there again from Joanne.
Oh, nice
Beautiful elbow.
Joanne La is so tough, man. If that nose is broken, she's fighting like an absolute champion.
Yeah, I definitely think it's broken. It's starting to swell as well to the sides.
Well, is it going to make the difference? Can Soraya turn this around and steal a victory out of the jaws of defeat?
Great left
right hand from Joanne La. And again, the crowd are electric. We're going to go to the last round.
That is in of round number 4.
And what a finish to the round that was. As we go here to the replays, we open up, we see that sort of step through. It was a quick start to the round from Soraya, but again, we see Joanne, she's throwing those punches. She's not afraid to trade the hands, but we see Soraya, she's game now.
Yeah.
She's standing there, she's ready in this round, she's moving forward. She's worn a few more right hands, but is Joanne too tired for that knockout shot? Has she lost the power?
Oh, crushing right elbow there from Soraya.
I don't think that would... It looks like in the replays here, the nose is already broken. It looks as crooked as... I don't know, something very crooked. Maybe the hook of a candy cane.
A dog's leg.
A dog's leg.
In a bread basket. But if we can actually see the red corner, and it doesn't look like they're tending to Joanne's nose at all. They're not paying it any attention whatsoever. As far as they're concerned, it's not a news item. So that means she's going to fight through. She's only got to get through the next 3 minutes. She's most likely leading on points.
Yeah.
I think she can take away the W unless the renewed, revived Soraya can keep the onslaught and sneak away a victory. I mean, it's got to be a long shot, but we've seen it happen already tonight.
We have indeed, and that was Soraya's best round of the fight. And round 3, round 4, round 5, they're big tells in Thai boxing. Can we see Soraya turn it around? I think she's going to need to pull something out. A big cut, a stoppage, something to put Joanne away, but I am absolutely pumped.
Seconds down. Both fighters touch gloves. This is the 5th and final round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes are left in this battle. Big thank you to Melbourne Pavilion for the cryotherapy this evening.
I'd really like to see Soraya try and mash up that nose. So, utilize elbows. Try and...
Spoken like a true Muaythai aficionado.
I mean, the one thing that Soraya would have going with her with those elbows is Joanne is throwing those big punches.
Yeah.
That elbow, if anything is going to get through, if anything's going to hit, it's that long arm of Soraya. Put that elbow straight up the center while Joanne's punching. And I think for this round, she's just going to have to go for it. She has to meet Joanne in center ring, elbow, 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 straight up the center.
But she knows, you know, that there is risk with that game plan. Joanne La's put her on her butt quite a few times this evening.
But, you know, no risk, no reward.
That's it.
It's a cliche, but it's also very, very true. And, you know, Soraya is not looking risky at this point.
We've got 1 minute, 50 seconds left on the clock. I mean, you can do a lot in 90 seconds, but 90 seconds isn't far away. So if Soraya's going to do something, it's time to pull out all the stops. Joanne La's being very measured. She's not breathing too heavily. but she does not look like she's on the offense as she was in the first 3 rounds. Timing her strikes well. Big right hand there.
Yeah, and it...
Joanne La smells blood again. Soraya still coming forward.
Yeah, Soraya coming back a lot stronger now than in the first rounds. I think it's because Joanne isn't as ferocious. Even Joanne now is a bit more tentative.
Yeah. I mean, she's put a lot of energy, a lot of effort. There's been many times where it would have been, big right hand, where it would have been fair for Joanne to think that she already had the win and that she was going to stop the fight. Maybe she is going to stop the fight with 50 seconds left on the clock. She's throwing everything she's got at Soraya's taking it. The referee's keeping a close eye on this. Soraya's head being snapped back by these blows and the onslaught that is Joanne La. There's only 30 seconds left in this fight. Can we call it a knockout? Will Soraya take it to the end? Can she turn it around? Joanne La may have the win, but can she make it a KO here tonight at Rebellion Muay Thai 26 with only 20 seconds left?
Yeah, and there's a real look of defeat on Soraya's face.
Big elbows. Joanne can smell the blood. She knows she's on the home straight. Moving forward, Soraya's breathing deeply. She's got nothing left, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all over.
Is the end of a 5-round war. Soraya Hamami, Joanne La, the Viking representative from Ladbrokes to the center of the ring.
Here we go to the replay, gentlemen.
Beautiful little left high kick we see there from Soraya. A bit more power. Maybe that could have changed it.
And she seemed so much more confident. She kept coming forward, but Joanne La just so sharp with those fists, and landing that big right time and time again, Kieran.
And it was very much the story of the fight, wasn't it? That big right hand of Joanne La. And like we see a lot in Muay Thai, it's one thing to expect it, it's one thing to know it's coming. It is an absolutely different thing to deal with it when it is right there in front of you.
That's it. Soraya Hamami, I mean, a heart bigger than a truck. She is so damn tough, just copping so much punishment from Joanne La and coming back time and time and time again. There you see Joanne La just laying on the pressure, the power and the precision. The crowd are going electric for Joanne La here.
A massive shout out to these two ladies, the Lioness Joanne La, Soraya Hamami. What a beautiful display of Muay Thai from the two women in centre ring.
We'll go to centre ring to see the decision from Jan Demicoli.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored the contest 50-44, declaring a winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, the Lioness, Joanne La.
No surprises there, ladies and gentlemen. Joanne La taking away the win, very well deserved.